Guys, if the capital of Argentina, Buenos Aires, was founded by a Pedro, that is Pedro de Mendoza, Chile, the capital, Santiago, the capital of Chile, was founded by another Pedro, which is Pedro de Valdivia. And this guy is the guy behind me on the statue, on the horse. And he founded this city in 1541. The Spaniards were occupying this territory for centuries until 1810, when the first proclamation of independence was issued, and they were being recognized in 1818. 18th of September is their national day, the day of independence. You can see behind me they have policemen on horses around here in Santiago, which is nice. And this nation, as a country, as a territory, is kind of isolated. They are kind of speaking a different Spanish around here. They have the mountains to their east, the Andes, which are really high, and they have the ocean, the Pacific Ocean to its west. In the south they have Patagonia and also the Drake Channel, and in the north is the Altiplano of Peru and Bolivia. So they are kind of isolated. And also during the Spaniards, a very strong culture was in the center and south of Chile, Mapuche. These guys were really strong. They kept their independence and their autonomy through all the Spaniards' colonial times, and even after 1818, only 16 years later, around in 1880s, the Chilean state nation managed to absorb them. It is quite a beautiful country. It's quite modern. I can see a lot of resemblance between Chile and Uruguay in terms of what we talked before in Montevideo. And Santiago, it's a city that has around 7 million inhabitants in its metropolitan area. Almost 40% of the almost 18 million inhabitants of Chile. More than half of this country is declared to be Christian. 9% of the population is part of the Mapuche ethnic group. And here in the city center of Santiago, there are some colonial buildings, like this one is the National History Museum. Next to it is a post office. A really old building is the Metropolitan Cathedral, this one just in front. Behind it, it's another astonishing construction, is the National Congress. And over there's a palace, the palace of the Archbishop. A lot of palaces around Santiago. A city that is half distance between the mountains and the sea, 1 hour driving from the mountains, another hour driving from here to Pacific Ocean. Santiago. And the nation of Chileans, with a good wine and a lot of culture from the mountains and also from Mapuche culture. We'll see you next time.